Imagine it's the middle of the Civil War, two bitter enemies, North versus South, Abraham Lincoln versus Jefferson Davis. But instead of armies clashing on battlefields, their rivalry plays out in the most wild, symbolic, and hilariously petty way possible, right at the edge of Niagara Falls. What happens when people start sending boats named after the presidents over the roaring brink? One side gets humiliated, and the other claims total victory. You won't believe how absurd and savage this real 1862 stunt actually got. Stick around, history just got a lot more savage. Stop the presses! It's time for your news with your humble host, Humbly My Brain. Your news comes from the Memphis Daily Appeal, October 6, 1862. Davis versus Lincoln. The Atlanta Intelligencer learns from Confederate officers recently released from Yankee prisons that the Yankees at Niagara Falls sometime since procured the hulk of an old vessel, painted the name of Jeff Davis on her side, hoisted a Confederate flag on her mast, and then, with cheers and huzzas, committed the boat to the mercies of the angry current, anticipating no doubt the largest degree of enjoyment at seeing the representative of rebellion rush over the falls and be dashed to pieces. But the fates were against the Yankees. The vessel lodged on the rocks above the precipice, and with her noble flag flying proudly to the breeze, she became such an object of annoyance to those who projected the experiment that they expressed the intention to send to Buffalo for a battery of artillery with which to dislodge her. Not to be behind their neighbors in Yankeedom, the rebels and Canadians also procured a boat, dubbed her the Abe Lincoln, and raised at her masthead the Stars and Stripes, now the emblem of cruelty, oppression, duplicity, and everything mean. She was taken to a proper position, turned loose to the current, and without delay or obstruction, reached the precipice, made the mad leap, and was dashed into 1,000 fragments. We hope and believe the incidents we have narrated are typical of the fate of the two governments represented by the respective vessels. And that's the story of how Niagara Falls became the weirdest propaganda battlefield of the entire Civil War. Who knew a couple of boats could deliver such a savage burn? If you enjoyed this slice of unhinged 19th century trolling, smash that like button, drop a comment with which president you think won the Falls showdown, and subscribe for more wild but true history stories. Until next time, may your boats always make it over the edge. See you in the next one.